Welcome to the fuel injector information video. Faulty or worn out fuel injectors can cause rough idling, engine misfires, and seriously reduce fuel economy. To avoid these problems, fuel injectors should be professionally checked and cleaned every 15,000 miles. When even one fuel injector fails on a vehicle over 80,000 miles, all injectors should be replaced at the same time with a full set of new injectors. Just like spark plugs, injectors are constantly working and are subjected to the same heat, vibration, and harsh operating conditions as the plugs. But fuel injectors are far more complicated than spark plugs. When voltage is turned on and off by the engine control computer, ECM, a coil inside each injector creates a magnetic field. As the magnetic field is turned on and off, a metal piston opens and closes holes that allow fuel to be sent into the engine. A spray pattern specific to each vehicle and engine is produced as the fuel passes out of the injector. Fuel injectors are precision engineered and machined to specifications as small as 40 millionths of an inch. They are responsible for dispensing exact fuel bursts as short as 1/1000th of a second, about 25,000 times an hour, to maintain a perfect air-to-fuel ratio of 14.7 to 1. A typical fuel injector can be cycled tens of millions of times before it needs replacement. When a fuel injector wears out, it is important to remember that the other injectors, though they may still function, have been subjected to the same wear and tear as the worn-out injector. All injectors have been subjected to the same fuel flow and extreme conditions of heat, cold, and engine operation. It's most likely that they are nearing the end of their service life also. New fuel injectors are the best choice for replacement. Remanufactured injectors have already been used for many years in tens of thousands of miles, have cycled tens of millions of times, and can develop electrical, fuel spray imbalance, carbon buildup, and other problems. New injectors are calibrated for specific vehicle applications and balanced to perform perfectly as a match set, delivering top performance and fuel economy. A vehicle's ECM uses input from oxygen sensors to supply each cylinder with an equal amount of fuel. As fuel injectors age, they can allow more fuel to flow through them, creating a richer mixture in the engine cylinders. The ECM compensates by adjusting the amount of fuel allowed to flow through the injectors. A new injector results in a leaner mixture. Combining old and new creates an imbalance that causes some rich and some lean cylinders, and results in rough idling or even cylinder misfires. Imbalanced injectors allow carbon buildup in the fuel intake system. Worn-out injectors spray fuel imprecisely and cannot create an ideal spray pattern. Heavy buildup of carbon can result, causing rough idling and poor fuel economy. Although it may be tempting to replace just one or two injectors to save a little money initially, replacing a full set of injectors is far more cost-effective in the long run. Since a large part of the cost to the consumer is the labor required to remove the rack holding the injectors, by replacing all injectors at once, the vehicle owner avoids paying the same labor cost over and over again each time a single injector wears out. So when even one fuel injector needs to be replaced, always consider replacing the full set, especially if the vehicle has over 80,000 miles. A vehicle with a full set of new injectors will run at peak performance, reduce emissions, conserve fuel, and save money at the pump.